As small and medium companies in Uganda grow in hundreds, so are service providers in the field of digital advertising. It's also evident that just a few open doors to this service. This is the reality that prompted Michael Tarimwa, at 23 years, to venture into production of digital advertising.
I started this business way back, that is like 2 years ago. But before that, I was a musician. I was doing music and things weren't working out as I expected. And thereafter, I had to join some institution around and studied a bit of graphic designing and all that. Thereafter, I got a job in Tanzania where I worked for about a year. I was working for some company. Thereafter, my contract expired, then I had to come back in Uganda. However, working for other people wasn't a good thing. I didn't really enjoy it because I could do much of the job and the person could take over 99%, I may say, of the income. And you, as the person who has done the work, you don't get much out of it. So when I came back to Uganda, I came back with a new heart, a new spirit, to start up something of my own.
To Michael, this business idea was not strange. In fact, he drew inspiration from his brothers after learning on job.
I was inspired to start this kind of business when I saw my big brothers. They're actually kind of in the same business. However, I'm somehow different. They do indoor and outdoor. One of them has a company here in Uganda. It's called Brand Active. And the other one has another one in Tanzania. It's called Label Promotions. So personally, I learned from them a lot of things, and it really helped me a lot to understand the business. However, I've come in with a little bit of a different touch. I do more of TV commercials, radio jingles, and I do indoor and outdoor branding as well.
This, however, did not start smoothly for this young entrepreneur, but his story tells of a real courageous young man.
So it's like I came with a briefcase kind of office, yeah. So I've been working with that kind of briefcase office for like around 3 months. Then things have changed all of a sudden, you know. Yeah, so currently I've been able to set up a new office here in Ntinda, Texas House, and I have almost 80% of the equipment I require to have an advertising agency. And as I speak, I'm employing about 5 people under my company.
Michael says that the current regime of producers still lack a clear-cut element required of world-class digital advertising. A gap he feels gives him an edge to excel in this field.
As far as Uganda is concerned, we are really doing badly if you're to compare with other countries, especially if you have like DSTV at your home and you watch TVs from Kenya, from Tanzania. Those people out there are doing great. So I was challenged when I was out there and I saw things are worked on differently. They put time into work, they respect work, they write scripts, they do things seriously. Unlike here in Uganda, whereby people do adverts, I don't know, actually they're not even fit to be adverts. If we are to be compared with other world adverts in the world, I think Uganda will be having one of the worst adverts ever. And they're being aired out every day. It's like we have no company which is filtering those adverts that are running on air. So I feel my coming in this country actually is going to help a lot the industries, and we're going to make a very big impact on the production of commercials and videos, let's say music videos and movies. It's going to be a revolutionary with this company, Real Ad.
I also asked him what a real good advert looks like.
To have a very good script, you have to hire a person who's a script writer. You don't have to sit down as a management and you come up with something and you're like, this is good, let's go with it. So you have to respect a script writer. You pay them good money, then they give you a very good script. Then you get someone to do the sketching for you on the draw board. Then another very important thing is the audio quality. The audio quality should be very good. However, sometimes the audio quality is good, but it's not matching the visual. I've seen that a lot on our TV stations here. So the visual also should be very good. The video quality should be very good. Yeah, so you find some videos are really pixelated. You can't even see the words very nicely. The audio is not matching the video, you know. There's a lot of this and that when it comes to our commercials. Yeah, so I think there is really a lot to be done. Yeah, so those companies out there that are doing things to do with advertising. Advertising is very important because what you advertise is what people perceive of who you are. Yeah, so it's very important to have a very good commercial for people to be able to trust and believe in your products.
Through his hard work, this young entrepreneur has since acquired standard equipment to use in his studio. He says these will help him to produce real quality television commercials.
I have lights, I have enough lights to be able to produce any kind of video commercial or music video. And light is very important when it comes to videography or photography, because it's light. Without light, you can't see anything. And if light is poor, definitely the picture quality is poor. So I have enough lights. I have cameras, the best cameras on the market currently. Yes, I have 2 of them, that is Canon 5D and a Nikon D5-100. Yes, and as when it comes to editing, I don't use PC, I use an iMac. And it has a variety of softwares that are really unique that you can't get for PC softwares. Yeah. So with the iMac, it's really a new world. What I may say, if you're doing video editing and you don't have an iMac, then I really doubt what you're doing out there. Yeah. So I think I have one of the best equipment in the country so far. Yes.
Young and upcoming entrepreneurs, especially in Uganda, find it hard to start due to the lack of affordable financing. Michael's approach was different.
For 1 year, I was working in Tanzania. I was saving some good money. I wasn't extravagant. I actually, as far as I recall, I went to hang out only once when I was leaving the country. That was my last night. That's when I went to hang out. But other months I was saving the little money I was making. When I got here with my briefcase company as well, I got a few contracts here and there. So I had to save some good money to do this. Yes. If I'm to just say a rough estimation, it may come to around 30 million. Yes.
He also says that he's targeting more of informal and formal companies. But beyond this task, Michael is also operating amid numerous challenges.
The upcoming companies, we are more interested in those companies more than these other big ones, because I would be so glad to bring up someone from the grassroots and put them to the top with advertising. Advertising is very important. Without advertising, I don't think anyone will be able to buy your products. Because if you advertise, definitely people have to know your products and how they work. But if I've never seen your soap, I will not buy it unless I've seen it on TV. Yes. So advertising is very important for a very small company. They have to advertise. And it always starts with a logo. A very good logo has to sell your product actually. They're very fast at paying the deposit, which is always 50% before you do the work. But when you do the delivery, doing the final payment completion is always a very big problem. Yes. And sometimes you find these people are individuals, they're not that big company to sue or something, yeah. So that is a very big challenge. Completing payment is always a very big problem.
It's also common knowledge that there is a lion in everyone, but bringing out the lion is always a problem. Michael thinks that can be overcome by courage. He also has good plans to grow his company.
I think it's very important actually for the youth to get rid of their fears. Because while back in school, I believe every youth who has been in school, they have had this. Every entrepreneur is a risk taker. To be an entrepreneur, you have to take the risk. You don't have to fear because you don't have transport to go to town to do research about things. You can actually walk all the way from Mutungo to town to do research on how to do things of printing and all that. You know, you don't have to fear going that way to take the risk. I believe if you do take that risk, you'll get there. The future plans to get this company into a real production house, such as like you hear Hollywood out there. I would want this company to grow into a very big production house whereby we do TV commercials, we do movies. We shall be doing actually a lot of stuff. That is the future I have for this company.
A CEO at 23 years, Michael says setting up his company Real Ad has instilled certain values in him and also appreciates family support for this business journey covered so far.
I've learned to be very patient in this kind of business. You can send your proposal out to a client today, you pitch them next week, but the business can come in next year, mid next year actually. So patience is very important, and quality. One has to do good quality. You can do good quality actually for one client, and that is enough to bring you more business because they'll always recommend. But if you do someone poor quality, trust me, they will never recommend anyone to come back to you, and they will not come back to you. I would say thanks to my big brothers for I've got where I am. I've learned a lot from them. Yeah, so I guess they take that and see the people who have inspired me to get where I am. Yeah.